I'll finish up by sharing with you 5 things that I've learned so far. And the first is that it's not a huge mystery what constitutes healthy living. I mean, Tony Robbins talked about it. I could sum it up in about 4 words. Eat less, move more, right? And maybe relax, a 5th word. That's important. And when you eat, by the way, do not eat the American diet, which is the worst diet. You couldn't have invented a worse diet. I was thinking maybe David Blaine eating glass. That's kind of a worse diet than the American diet. I would not recommend that. But other than that, eat whole foods. So the mystery is, how do we do that? How do we motivate ourselves to live in a healthy way? So that's what I have some ideas that have been effective for me. And the first one is to quantify. And this Thomas Getz talked about in his wonderful presentation. You know, just keeping track of your health, of the numbers, makes you act in a healthier way. So just a pedometer. I got a pedometer, and it changed my life. I want to get to those 10,000 steps a day. It's like a game. I also bought a Fitbit. I don't know if you know those. They're the little digital things that keep track of all of your calories and input and output. And my favorite part about them, by the way, is that on their website they have a list of all these activities and how much calories they burn. And not just like walking and running, they have like hundreds. Like baking Indian bread in an outdoor oven is 246 calories per hour. Horse grooming is 422 calories per hour, so that takes a lot. Sexual activity, passive light effort, that is only 71. But sexual activity, vigorous, that is like 145. So that's not bad. Also, always be moving. That's number 2. Always be moving. Because in our society, we compartmentalize our exercise. So we go to the gym for an hour and we're like, all right, I'm done. And we sit on our asses for 23 hours. That's not good. More and more studies are showing that the sedentary lifestyle is a really dangerous lifestyle. It's a huge risk factor. So we've got to always be moving. So I've tried to incorporate moving into every part of my life. I'm trying to move right now. I started running errands, literally running errands. I mean, that's what they're called. Running. So I run to the drugstore, I buy the toothpaste, I run home. There's a doctor at the Mayo Clinic who started this movement of treadmill desks. So I sort of jury-rigged this one, and I love it. I mean, people say, can you concentrate? And actually, I concentrate better because I'm very fidgety. So this sort of, now I don't have the urge to go get a snack in the kitchen. It's walking and working. It really focuses me. Honor the elderly. This one, actually, I don't mean it in the biblical sense of honoring your parents, which is also good, but I mean honor the elder version of you. There's a great economist named Tom Schelling who has a theory that we have multiple selves. We have the current self who wants to sit on the couch and just eat pizza. But we have the future self who wants to exercise and to lose weight. So we've got to respect that future self. We've got to pay more attention. You know, be kind to your future self like you would anyone. And I take this literally. I actually took a picture of myself and aged it digitally, and I put it over my desk, and so he sort of inspires me. It's not, if anyone knows any better software for aging, I would appreciate it, but Richard thinks that's disgusting. Listen, aging is not a pretty thing. Also, you can take that off now, by the way. Seriously. All right, good. But also you can be kind to yourself in an hour. There's no that self is going to be so much happier if you work out because the cortisol levels are going to be down. It's like an antidepressant. So be kind to yourself in an hour. Design a healthy environment. That's number 4. Because you got to treat yourself like a lab rat. You know, we respond to stimuli. So smaller plates mean smaller portions. There's a study that says if you eat in front of a mirror, you're going to eat less because you're more aware of what's going into your mouth. So I often have lunch in front of the mirror. Excellent company. And and I eat less. And finally, peer pressure. That has a negative connotation, but it can be used for such good, especially with technology now. You know, I'm part of this Twitter group where we tweet our health sins. You know, forgive me, I had a Danish this morning, and then your friends can mock and humiliate you. Or better, you know, you can say, oh, I ran 4 miles, and they can support you. And my final thought before I leave is that one of the takeaways from this wonderful conference for me is that all of this must be done with joy. Because as Thomas Getz says, fear is a bad motivator. So do it with joy. I interviewed one doctor who he came up with the term orthorexia, which is a term I love. It means an unhealthy obsession with healthy food. If you are so obsessed with eating healthy food that it's preventing you from having dinner with friends, that's not healthy. Because connections and social interaction is such a big part of being healthy. So do it with joy.